gets rowdy out there.
Good morning, everyone. It's 9 a.m. I'd like to welcome everybody to the work session of the Limestone County Commission for June the 21st of 2021. Ellen, do we have any public comment?
We do not.
Thank you, ma'am. First on the work session here on resolutions and orders for the commission meeting, we'll have an approved resolution to designate the Alabama veteran, which is, we're number one and number two is the same. So we'll just strike number one off because it's number two's got approved resolution approving Athens High School and the Alabama Veterans Museum and Archives to be an additional space for a temporary courthouse annex. Anybody got any discussion with that? The reason we'd done that for Athens High School earlier in the year, and it had expired, and this is just in case we have to have a big jury or anything, okay. Social distancing. We hadn't got a room big enough, so that's what that's all about, just for additional spaces for striking juries and things. No more discussion with that. We'll move on under contracts, agreements, and grants. First on here, we'll be approved a one-year service contract with Rubiskin Systems for the courthouse X-ray inspection system for the amount of $4,620. Any discussion with that? No discussion with that. We'll move on to approve a lease for a 21 Chevrolet Traverse at the Sheriff's Office for an annual rent of $1 with a VIN number listed below there. Any discussion with that? No discussion with that. Be to approve an addendum to the video services agreement between AT&T Alabama and Limestone County and extend the term of the agreement until the December the 31st of 2030. Any discussion with that? And this is something that Mark's been working on back and forth. It's just adding something to it. So anyway, so no discussion with that. And the fourth thing on here will be to approve an agreement with EES&S for 28 express voting ballot marking devices. Any discussion with that? No discussion with that. We have no budget revisions, no merchant purchases, no board appointments, no award of bids. Personnel action. First on here will be to approve to promote Ben Pepper to the District 2 foreman, and this will be effective August the 1st of 2021. Anybody got any discussion with that? All right, no discussion with that. Number two will be to approve Eddie Gilbert as an interim EMA director beginning July the 1st of 2021 and for up to 90 days. And everybody knows Rita's our EMA director, and she's retired and she's done a wonderful job. It's 35-year service. I thank her for her service. And Eddie is going to fill in until we get through application process and get somebody hired. So when Eddie has accepted the role of that. Anybody got any discussion with that? All righty. No discussion with that. Under merit increases, anybody got any discussion with anybody listed below? All righty. No discussion on the merit increases. Engineers report. Mr. Dawes.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. We have 5 subdivisions for y'all to consider today. I'm going to get out of order just a little bit. The first one, Greenbrier Industrial Park, and I'm going to skip the second one. The following 3, Broadway on Easdale Road, Finley Miller, and Shaw Estates. They're all in District 3. They're all minor subdivisions, so they're preliminary and final. And then we have one in District 1, which is a replat in Arrowhead Estates, lots 18 and 19. That's a minor as well, and it's preliminary and final.
Okay. All right. Anybody have any discussion with any one of the subdivisions on there? All right. Good deal. So no more discussion. Anything else, Mr. Dawes?
No, sir. That's all I got.
All right. Thank you. And under other business, we'll improve the insolvents, errors, and taxes and litigation for 2020 and uncollected insolvents and taxes in litigation for the previous year as presented by the Revenue Commissioner, Mr. Brian Patterson. Any discussion with that? No discussion with that. The second thing on here will be to approve Chairman Colin Daly as a recipient and authorized representative for the receiving coronavirus state and local physical recovery funds from the U.S. Department of Treasury. Any discussion with that? And number 3 on here will be to approve Eddie Gilbert as a primary Homeland Security point of contact. And the thing with that is we had to have 2 people on the point of contact, and Rita's name was there, so we're just replacing her with Eddie for the time being, which Eddie works there, so he'll probably just stay there anyway. So, any more discussion with that? All right, no discussion with that. Commissioner Samet, you
I don't have anything at this time, Mr. Chairman.
All right, Commissioner Barksdale.
I don't have anything.
Let the record know Commissioner Black is absent today. Commissioner Townsend.
Yeah, all I got today is I kind of want to bring up the eighth loader. I know, we use that thing to clip the shoulders and all with. Well, it kind of went down in my district the other day, and I just looking at it, and I ain't had Ben look at it yet because he was off last week. But I think it's probably going to be shot. I think I heard one of the guys told me about 25 years ago they welded a bunch of parts in the transmission, and I think it come loose and it locked it up. So it's I talked to Mark, and he told me to bring it up to y'all, see what y'all thought we wanted to do. That thing is probably 40 years old, but I don't know how much y'all use it. We use it a good bit. So, I don't know if it's something we ought to look into trying to replace, lease, or something. Whatever y'all think. I don't know what y'all do in y'all's district.
Well, I bought that machine back in the early 90s, and I don't use it anymore to mount anything. So,
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't have a problem turning it over to your district if you want, and then let you just do whatever you want to with it. So, it's up to you.
Okay. Well, I don't know what everybody else does. We try to clip the shoulders to get the water off the road as much as we
I
can.
know
It
what
seems like it works pretty good for us.
It's a useful piece of equipment.
It is,
Yeah.
but, it's old. It's very
yeah.
old.
Very old.
So he just wanted me to bring it up. That way kind of come up with something maybe in the future to figure out what we wanted to do.
And I think Hunter went with me down there. I know every once in a while the state has some used ones. We went down there and looked at, they had a broom attachment that had a loader thing on it.
I think traditionally that's kind of like a snow pickup machine. I know the one you're talking about. It's got a broom core and then almost kind of like a little grader blade that comes up.
Yeah.
The chute. And I don't know if it would work as far as it's not as well built, as 80 loader is.
Right.
Or the style of 4-speed loader or whatever. I know Mark was kind of maybe looking at something that could attach to a tractor, so it wouldn't be one single piece of equipment that was can only do one thing. It'd be more or less like an attachment.
Right.
He talked with some folks. I don't exactly know if it was Cowan or Tractor Equipment or who it was, but he spoke with somebody last week and just kind of put some feelers out there to hopefully get some information and maybe get some quotes on some stuff that could replace it compared to the brush broom type systems and whatnot. But nobody at the time really had anything just right on hand.
Right.
So that'll be in the next couple of weeks or so, they should have some information out there for it. But Leeboy makes an 80 loader. It's got a shinier coat of paint, but the technology ain't changed much. It's got a rubber belt compared to that old kind of asphalt style. But for the most part, you could buy the same thing. That's what y'all wanted to do, decided to do.
Okay.
I tell you what, though, if it was me, I'd look into seeing how much it would cost to rent or lease one. That'd probably be you could use it rent it for a few months, and say if we want to buy it like we did that broom, might be the smartest thing to do.
Okay. All right. That's all I got.
But just all right, and all righty, and I want to thank Mr. Cole Anderson for coming in today. He is a political science student at Athens State University, and he's one of Holly's youth council. Is that right? Interns. Okay, interns. Thank you for being here today with us, and look forward to seeing you in the future. And thank everybody for being here today, and we will recess until 10 a.m.